All right, guys, this comment is like the comment. This is the one that I'm gonna need you to really focus on. Like all these other comments I've read, yes, they've been really intelligent and really smart, but this one is just like the amount of IQ points you need to understand and comprehend just the magnitude of what this person is saying is insane. Like after I read it 10 times, I immediately stopped being vegan. Like veganism was just debunked. So brace yourselves, here we go. Hey, what's up guys? So you may have seen the recent drama between Greg Doucette, a bodybuilder, and Joey Carbstrong and Vegan Gays. I'm not really going to be covering what Greg has said in response to Vegan Gays and Joey Carbstrong because the responses are just very reactive and it's clear he hasn't thought about animal rights for more than 5 seconds. Okay, actually I will cover Greg Doucette's responses just real quick, and then I want to get into his actual fan base and how intelligent their comments were in Instagram comment sections and maybe even some YouTube comment sections, mainly because these comments are so intelligent and just, I mean, veganism is basically being debunked comment after comment. Like you can tell that his fans have really taken a lot of time to think about the ethical principles of veganism and the arguments that come with it. So just to cover Greg real quick, if you haven't seen, the idea is that Joey Carbstrong was essentially saying that Greg Doucette supports animal abuse by purchasing animal products. Greg Doucette objects, and I mean, really, do I need to explain this? If you buy animal products, you are supporting an industry which breeds animals into existence and then kills them. And they don't just kill these animals, they raise them in horrific conditions. So when you take your dollar and you support businesses that do this, you are literally supporting animal abuse. Like, I don't know how this is even controversial to say. Greg Doucette was really reactive and just butthurt from these videos, and even Joey in the past made a video on Greg, like way back before all this drama, and he was very nice and tried to be really like cool with Greg, but even still Greg just, you know, had a tantrum and just went crazy. So I'm not really sure if there's any way to really get through to Greg. He's very, very reactive when it comes to this. And yeah, I mean, like, do I really need to sit here and explain to you how paying for animals to be tortured and killed for your food is supporting animal abuse? Like, it's very straightforward, Greg. So now let's get into some of these really intelligent comments that I've seen from Greg's fan base. I mean, these people really, I mean, I can't stress this enough, guys. Like, really get your thinking caps on and, you know, maybe have some caffeine or some coffee, because these comments are just unbelievably hard to track because of how in depth the arguments go and how much they just destroy veganism. All right, guys, here we go. Vegans hate and say Coach and Allie, I think Allie is his wife or his girlfriend, abuses animals, but the vegans force their animals to be vegan too, which is also animal abuse. Yes, definitely. So raising your animals in a way that is healthy but doesn't involve animal abuse is animal abuse. Totally makes sense. It's a cult, ignore them. Yeah, so the group of people that decide to go against animal sacrifice are in a cult. The group of people that just have like a sort of moral position that we should maybe stop torturing animals and exploiting them, they're in a cult, you know what I mean? Like, if you're against violence, you're just in a cult all of a sudden. Like the people that protest against dog abusers and really neglectful dog owners, those people are also in a cult because they're against dog suffering. Vegans being vegans. Yeah, man, vegans being vegans. You know, like vegans being those people that just point out that a large portion of the population claim they love animals while paying for animals to be tortured and murdered. And, you know, vegans do this because they want people to stop paying for animals to be tortured and murdered. Just vegans being vegans, dude. Like, just so annoying, right? Ooh, haters gonna hate. Yeah, man, so when somebody is doing something such as supporting animal abuse, and somebody points it out in an effort to try to get them to stop funding animal abuse, they're just hating. You know what I mean? Like when somebody is doing something really bad, like, you know, committing a violent act towards somebody, and then another person is like, yo, dude, like, stop doing that. They're just hating. Oh, so this next one I actually commented on, and before I show it, I just want to say, guys, that comment sections like this, where it's a group of people, even in the thousands, you know, that clearly haven't thought about veganism and animal rights for more than 5 seconds, I found that it's usually pointless to try to engage with these people, especially in a social media comment section. I've had plenty of debates in the past with people in social media comment sections, and there's just so much wiggle room to derail the conversation. So over time, I've kind of stopped really doing these, but occasionally, you know, for the sake of teaching people how to respond to dumb things, I will make a comment or argue with someone and post it on my story to just show like, oh, here's a good way to respond to people when they object to veganism in this way or that way. Kind of rambling here, just trying to say like, for the sake of your mental health, just try to stop yourself from debating anti-vegans and non-vegans in social media comment sections. Try to have like a discussion instead, because the debates usually don't really go anywhere. Okay, so someone said, wow, I can't think of two people who care more about animals and give them a great home to live in. And then I said, I can. People who do this, by this I meant, like have animals and give them a home to live in, while simultaneously not paying for other animals to be commodified, exploited, and murdered. Pretty straightforward, right? Like she said, wow, I can't think of two people who care more about animals and give them a great home to live in. I think the people that would care more about animals than them are the people that give animals a place to live and, take care of them, but also don't pay for animals to be exploited, tortured, and murdered. Being vegan and standing against animal abuse is good. Trying to put other people down because they don't have the same beliefs as you, not so much. Listen, being against dog abuse is good, but trying to stop others from, committing dog abuse is not so good, because that person might not believe that dog abuse is wrong. What the is wrong with people? Yeah, I mean, what is wrong with people? Like, there's a holocaust of trillions of animals suffering and dying every year, and there's a group of people that are like, hey, like maybe we should stop doing that. What is wrong with those people? People that object to trillions of animals suffering and dying. Dude, they're just insane. All right, guys, this comment is like the comment. This is the one that I'm gonna need you to really focus on. Like, all these other comments I've read, yes, they've been really intelligent and really smart, but this one is just like the amount of IQ points you need to understand and comprehend just the magnitude of what this person is saying is insane. Like, after I read it 10 times, I immediately stopped being vegan. Like, veganism was just debunked. So brace yourselves, here we go. Why isn't there any plant abuse, air abuse, or water abuse concept, electricity abuse, metal abuse, and sort on? By the given logic, whatever thing we consume or use, we support some bad activity behind those things. Guys, we need air activists, we need plant activists, we need metal activists. Why are people not standing up for metal? You know what I mean? Like, this is a serious problem. Like, this person just showed that animal rights activism is just futile and that everything is just suffering, including inanimate objects. Most vegans are extremists and can't accept people are doing different. That's what's wrong. You know what's really extreme? Being against a holocaust of trillions of innocent beings each year. Totally extreme. Supporting that isn't extreme though. Like, if you support trillions of animals being murdered every year, that's not extreme. But speaking against said trillions of animals suffering every year is extreme. Being vegan is a choice. No need to attack other people constantly. Yeah, dog abuse is a choice. No need to attack other people that are attacking dogs. Yes. All right, guys, this next one, never heard this before. What makes eating plants okay and eating animals not? Isn't plants living things too? Isn't plants living things too? Not aren't, isn't. Let nature do her thing. It's the circle of life. Herbivores eat plants, carnivores eat meat, and omnivores eat both. Yeah, I don't know why we don't just let nature do its thing. Like, why don't we allow hurricanes to bombard through cities and kill innocent people? Why don't we let lions just massacre humans because, it's just natural for them to do that? Why don't we let humans just go and rape and kill each other because it's natural? Like, let nature do its thing, because nature's a really good thing. Nature's been so good. Actually, I have a video planned where I'm gonna go over just how great nature is and why vegans are so dumb for wanting to go against it. Vegans are crazy, vicious, aggressive freaks who eat an extremely unhealthy diet. You need to start calling them out, Coach Greg. Let's really analyze this comment. Vegans are crazy. Okay, we're crazy for wanting to stop a global holocaust of innocent beings that would rather not be murdered. Vicious. We're vicious because we want to stop violence. Aggressive, wanting to stop violence is a very aggressive thing. And freaks who eat an extremely unhealthy diet. Oh, look at that. There's no evidence for the claim that vegans are eating unhealthy diets. So what's new? I don't understand why vegans try to force everyone to eat vegan too. Everybody can eat whatever the hell they want. Yeah, this is what I think too. Like, The other day, this guy was just cannibalizing another human being. Like, he went and murdered a human and started eating him. And I was like, dude, like, stop murdering and eating that human. And he was like, dude, people should be able to eat whatever they want. And I was like, oh, dude, you're so right. Go ahead. And then I let him continue to cannibalize the human. It just made so much sense. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it right here because my brain, to be honest, cannot handle any more of these extremely well thought out comments against veganism. Too much intelligence, too much for me to handle, you know, and my deficient vegan brain is just not gonna be able to go on if I continue to try to understand and comprehend these genius comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy videos like this where I go through non-vegan genius, let me know and I'll consider doing more. If you support my work and want to support me on Patreon, the link is in my description. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid wannabe sense of irony here. Who is your audience? Nobody gets these dumb jokes. Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid